Hey, how you doing? It's been a while, but I'm back, and a lot of people have been requesting, asking where the videos are, and so we're back. I'm at a very beautiful place in Harare. It's called Mauia Haven. You should take time to come check it out. It's on the copy, and it's along Bishop Go next to Zupco. Come check it out. It's a beautiful place. So today I want to talk to advertisers. Yeah, for a change, I want to talk to advertisers. Um, Radio cannot survive without advertisers, and I also want to think that vice versa. Some businesses cannot really thrive without radio advertising. So it's a good relationship. But there are things that I would like to highlight today. I would like to talk about mass listening versus active listening. Most of the time, when advertisers think of placing their adverts, whatever it is, infomercial, sponsorship, or spot ads, they think of mass listening. And this is why you see that most of the drive shows, either in the morning, 6 to 9, or 5 to 9, 5 to 10, whichever way the radio is designed, most of those shows are jam packed with advertisements. You also look at the drive in the evening, that's afternoon into the evening, your 3 to 6, 2 to 6, maybe sometimes stretching a bit into 7 o'clock, are always jam packed with advertising, which is great. It's good because it is a fact all over the world that most people will be commuting at that time. If it's in the morning, it's school run to school and to work. If it's in the evening, people are now going back home or after school. And there's lots of listenership. Bearing in mind that, especially in Zimbabwe, most of our listeners and most of the population are in public transport. So there's a lot of traffic happening there. Even those who are driving their own cars are most of the time listening to radio. So, which is why it would make sense for advertisers to say, please place my advert there. But that's mass listening. I really want to emphasize on the point of active listening. There are spaces, there are day parts that people are missing out on massive benefits, incredible benefits. And what am I talking about? Your 9 to 12 in the morning into the afternoon, your 12 to 3, but especially I want to talk about your evening listening. This is stretching from maybe 7 p.m. right through to, most importantly, 12 midnight. But I also want to talk about 12 midnight into 6 a.m. You have a guaranteed active listenership in that day part. 7 p.m. right through to midnight. Midnight right through to 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. You have what we call active listenership. Anyone who's listening to their radio station at home, because they are now home, or in bed, or maybe at work, and it's not that kind of busy office, but people are gone and you're at work, it's a night shift. Those people will listen to radio, and they will listen to every little thing that is said by the presenter. Mass listening is good because you have a lot of people who are listening, but most of the time they're on the run. They're not really concentrating a lot on what is being said, but they can hear it. They can hear it. They will listen to an advert. They'll understand that there's a special being given away. There's a promotion that's happening there. But most of these people are commuting. Once you start your message, most of the time they will not be in the same car by the time your sponsorship or your infomercial ends, or sometimes even your spot ad. But you are bound to capture a lot of audiences. But what do you want? Depending on what your organization wants, sometimes you want active listenership. And I tell you, the best times is evening time. So I just want to tell you that you might be missing out on an opportunity to place your advert at those times, 7 to midnight, midnight to 6 a.m., 9 to 12 midday, you also have a lot of active listenership because people are now settled. They're in the offices, or they're at home, or they're working in their small little shop, or whatever it is they're doing, but they are actively listening, and they have more of what we call TSL, which is time spent listening. Yes, it's not rush hour, it's not peak time. Someone who turns on your radio station is bound to listen to a 20-minute show, 30-minute show, 1 hour show from start to finish. And that is where you want to place whatever it is, information or messaging that you want to place, because they are active, they are listening. By the way, those times that I'm speaking to are even more affordable than the mass listening spaces. They are more affordable. For some, they call them off-peak periods. So they are much, much more affordable, which means you can run more spot ads during that time. You can even pay for your infomercial or your sponsorship at much less, sometimes even less than half of what peak would cost you. I also want to tell people about not placing adverts for the benefit of their employees. What am I saying? Sometimes adverts are placed for the benefit of the marketing manager, or they are placed at the benefit of the GM or the director, or whoever is paying for that advert. Most of the time you hear somebody saying, please place my advert at such a time, because that's when my MD is listening, that's when my financial director is listening, that's when the marketing director is listening. Remember, you're not placing these ones for the benefit of those people. You want to capture the most and the best audiences. So think about it. Mass audience versus active audience at a cheaper price. Think about it.